Well, you might say to yourself, where's Anthony going tonight? Well, I'm going to tell you. Tomorrow morning, I have to qualify and school here at the Meadows. I'm on my way to the Meadows. So I had an option. Get off the track in the 9th race at Northfield. Go home to the little Quinta home that I have and go to bed. Or get in the car and drive to the Meadows 2 hours. Sleep in a little bit longer. And then go to the barn. Tim had called me or texted me earlier this afternoon to let me know what the schedule was for tomorrow. We have Johan, who's here now. He's schooling tomorrow. We have Sebastian Yu, who's schooling tomorrow, just to stay tight. And we have a trotter of Tim's that he asked me to qualify. I said I would. And then we also have some horses he wanted to train tomorrow. West 52nd has to train tomorrow. So I said, you know what? I'm not tired. I feel good. I'm going to the Meadows. Now, for those of you doing the math quick in your head, say, Anthony, you already have a hotel room rented tonight. Why would you do that? Yeah, you're right. But I did sleep in the afternoon this afternoon. I had a nap, which I wouldn't have been able to do had I not had the room. So beggars can't be choosers. I'm going to go to the Meadows. I have to stay there tomorrow. I have to go right back after the qualifiers and get my root canals tomorrow. It's so weird. I know when I was a kid growing up, when people said you have a root canal, it was like terror. Super painful. And the people, now whether they're lying or not, I already paid them, so I don't know why they'd be lying, but they said it won't hurt at all. It'll feel like a filling. Okay. So that's tomorrow afternoon, and then Friday we get the fillies. I'm going to head down to Columbus a little bit early tomorrow. I have to head down early, actually. I'm going to see Winterwood Farm at 10:30 in the morning or 11 with Bill. Bill Donnelly wants to go see some of the babies. So we're going to head down to Winterwood on Friday. So, enough of that. How did today go? Now, I told you I did have a nap, so I missed Beach Boutique and Bottle of Red race. Thought they'd be okay if I count the replay and not the live version. Beach Boutique was very, very good. Just jogged 54 and a piece. She fits that class again. Round peg, round hole, as they say. She's in the right place, that's for sure. And Bottle of Red, I think, she'd been off a month, and I think Tony, she gives you that feel like she's a killer, like she wants to get at them. But she physically just got tired down the lane. Had he stayed in, I think he's second. But, we don't get those do-overs. So he moved Bottle of Red first over, and she attacked second on the outside in the last turn and ended up fading just a little bit, finishing fourth, but raced very, very good. Very happy with Bottle of Red. We also had the sale go on. Now we'll talk about the sale. There was some confusion. I had texted the sale company, who is one of our clients. I had texted Jeff and given him an updated reserve list, and he had not inputted it. He made a mistake, so did I. I didn't follow up with him. And it had appeared that Frontier Cruise was sold when in fact he was not. So the people that thought they bought him for $6,500, I told them they would have to pay a little bit more. I know the people that bought him, that made it easier. So he might be sold tomorrow. As it happened last time also, a number of people are calling looking to buy the horses that did not reach the reserve, which is fine. The only horse, somebody out there bought Inland Beach, and she's going to go forward. There's a lot of people are saying, well, why'd we sell Inland Beach? You're right. I could have kept her. I just didn't want to keep the horses to the winter, to see if they could do. We're going to have to pay, my partners and you out there are going to have to pay 3 board bills before we get to implement the plan that we would have done, which is racing them in the condition claimers and bumping around the B tracks with them all winter to race for $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 to start. But we have to put $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 into them to do that, and it just made no sense. It made no sense to me. So, I think Inland Beach was a steal. $7,500 US. was an absolute steal for Inland Beach. We still have Frontier Cruise as of right now. We still have Sunshine's Finest, although I suspect he'll sell tomorrow for a little bit less. There was one other horse. Frontier Cruise, Emerald Miss. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have raced her tonight. You know, she did have an elevated AST last week, and she raced through it. So you would think a week of preparing her for her next start and going easy on her, I thought she'd be fine. And clearly she wasn't. So a bad race for her, but whatever. You know, it's not like you sell them today or you never sell them. We didn't sell them. So what? Sell her at some point. So where we're at right now is Inland Beach was sold. Beach Bum BB was sold. Sunshine and Shade was sold. And people said, geez, you didn't get a lot for Sunshine and Shade. I got exactly what he was worth today. Did we get underpaid? Maybe, a little bit. But he'll be leaving. So I think that's more important than anything right now. So we sold 3. Technically, we kept 3. Those 3 may be sold tomorrow. That's where we're at right now. If you're out there wondering if Sunshine's Finest was sold yet, no, not officially. Frontier Cruise, no, not officially. Emerald Miss, no, not officially. But that could change in the next 24 hours. So that's where we're at now. There'll be no lamenting about it. I do think we are probably underpaid, definitely for Inland Beach, but that's the way sales are. You know, you don't get to complain about them when they're sold. That's the way it is. And it's not like we're not talking about a massive windfall. I would say there's no fear of Inland Beach winning the Fillies and Mares Preferred at Mohawk next year. It's not going to happen. But she might be an okay B-track horse. Not really what we're looking for right now, because as I said to you, to implement the plan to have them ready to race on the B-tracks in a very competitive way is 90 days minimum away. It's 3 board bills away. I can't justify that. We have a number of horses that are staying. We have a number of horses that are going to remain fresh throughout the fall into the winter. Go back and watch the replays tonight from Compass Rose, DC. Spend that money in Ailsun. Don't worry, they'll be plenty fresh for the entire fall into the winter season. We'll have lots of racing to do with horses that are really good at it, throughout the fall and into the winter, to keep horses that are just okay at it. Anyway, I don't want to dwell on it. I'm not gonna beat that drum anymore. So that was it with the sales tonight. Then, as I said, Beach Boutique was fantastic. Bottle of Red was pretty good. And what about Tipsy and Dixie? She really bailed me out. She really pulled me out of the fire. I know you guys probably paid attention. If you haven't, I'll say it again. I screwed up, and I forgot to enter Tipsy and Dixie in the grassroots. She ended up in the gold and actually looked like a gold horse, closing at the wire to be a close 4th in a track record. That's our 4th track record we were involved with in the last, not counting the fairs, the 4th track record we were involved with in the last month. So a big mile. Great job by Harry Polton and Sylvain. Did a great job. The filly looked like $1 million. Nellie takes care of her. Just a great job all around to really bail me out there. Now, for those of you saying, well, does Tipsy stay in the gold? Let's go easy now. There's still some gold fillies she doesn't want to deal with. So let's put her back in, because if she wins the grassroots her next 2, or at least does well, she makes the final, and has proven that she is an extremely versatile and useful filly. So great job by them, and we'll have her back in, where? Next Saturday in Hanover. Oh, she likes the little tracks. That'll be right up her alley. So that's where we're at with Tipsy and Dixie. She was fantastic tonight. Scoot over to Northfield Park. This Rooney Blue Chip, I'll tell you what, he is a very odd animal. And make no mistake, somebody say, well, why couldn't Angie and Rob? Listen, Angie and Rob do a great job. Some horses are just a little tricky, a little finicky, and to be very clear, Rooney Blue Chip's got a bad set of knees on him. I got bad knees. Rooney Blue Chip's got really bad knees. And, he works through it. And he's a worker. And he's a tough horse. So, happy to see him. Extremely improbable. It didn't cross my mind to even remotely think about bringing Rooney Blue Chip to Northfield Park until I had to. So, the fact that he raced on a half and then went in 58-2, his own last half, and 57 and a piece at Northfield Park is incredible. That is one of the most improbable victories I've seen in a very, very long time. The horse was very good tonight. Very, very good tonight. Now, here's the kicker. We were looking, Ken, one of my partners on Rooney, was looking, and Rooney Blue Chip actually has a stake in Freehold. Never crossed my mind, because why would we ever think about racing him at Freehold? I guess we do now. He's got a stake coming up in a month. There's not that many horses eligible to it, too, so I guess food for thought if he continues to stay sound. Let's see how sound he is tomorrow. Wakes up on his used up race last night knees. We'll see how he looks tomorrow, but he's looked good. We went to swim him the other day, and they said he almost drowned. He didn't want to swim. He was terrified in the pool. He almost turned into a seahorse. So I guess it happens sometimes that they need to learn how to swim. So I don't think we can send him to the Red Cross or anything to teach him. The YMCA. He's gonna have to. It takes a couple of sessions. So Jason said, I want no part of swimming him. He terrified me the other day. So the guy who runs the pool, Billy Rhodes, the leading trainer at Northfield, I'm going to ask him if he can just work with him slow to teach him how to swim, because he needs to swim. He needs to stay off the track as much as he can to manage his knees. He might have raced good, and he might have looked good, and he might have come out of the winner's circle good, and he might be fine tomorrow. That doesn't mean he's going to be fine forever, and swimming him will definitely help. So that's what we're going to try and do with Rooney moving forward. Now we roll back. Emerald Miss, I don't want to talk and really dwell on what took place. She raced great last week, down a class. We drew her blood afterwards, and her AST was elevated. Now, she just finished second in 56. We have a week to work on her AST. We were planning on this sale. She drew favorably. She seemed to have a good week. If you would have asked me in the post-parade, I knew last week maybe something was bugging her last week in the post-parade, but she raced great. And then tonight, she seemed fine in the post-parade, yet raced terrible. So a bad start for her, probably an extremely inopportune clunker to throw in. Now she's going to have to put up with us. She didn't get sold. But it was a bad start. She would come back to the barn okay. She didn't seem like she had any side effects of tying up or anything like that. I would say what you saw tonight was the remnants, was the residual muscle soreness from last week. So it is what it is. She raced bad. She didn't get sold. That might change overnight. We'll see. Spend that money. So spend that money won't make the Buckeye final, but I can tell you what she will do. She will make fair money here at the Meadows. A big track with fillies and mares. This filly's sitting on a mile at about 54, 55. She trotted 55 and a piece at Northfield tonight. Had to watch her in the turns. I couldn't come first over with her because I would have lost her. If I didn't lose her in the 5/8 turn, I would have lost her in the last turn, accelerating. She likes being up on top of a helmet. And she's not really built for that half-mile track. She's changed now. Different hobbles, different shoes, different gear. She's a totally transformed horse, and she's sitting on a big mile. So I'm only going to tell you one time. I'm not going to dwell on it. If she draws favorable at the Meadows, because that's likely where she'll race her next start, if she draws favorable, she will be very, very good. So spend that money. Raced well tonight, finished up strong with the earplugs in her ears. I had no room, couldn't really do much. Otherwise, she would have been second or third, and she got a good run on them. Then we come up with Compass Rose DC, and Greg Grismore come up to me after and said, sorry, I get stuck in your way. And I said, well, horse at 2 holes, 25-1, your filly looks legit. I don't blame you for moving her, but yeah, you did get stuck in my way. It's not really it was a big deal because it definitely cost me second. And if he's not there, if somehow he just disappears and I get a true run on that leader, yeah, I run him down. She was extremely, extremely strong tonight. We were fortunate. We took a bad scene, which was a real dose of sickness that really beat these horses down for a month. But that month off, they missed all the heat, right? They got to recover from the allergies as they were recovering from their sickness also. Now you're starting to get into the fall a little bit. It's cooler tonight. It was 72 degrees tonight. I'm talking like an American, 72 degrees. It was 20 degrees tonight. And she was so strong at the wire. I moved her over and she just sprinted the last 100 yards. Another filly sitting on a big race. Now I think if we luck out, she'll likely make the consolation of the Sire Stakes, which is good. It's good for us. I don't know if she can physically will first, third, and sixth get you in the Buckeye final. I doubt it. I know Greg Schoner and a number of her analytical clients are right on top of that, sharpening their pencils at home. I don't need them to respond. I'm pretty sure she can't. But lots of racing for Compass Rose. This is going to be a nice mare for us. She was very, very good today. I need everybody to pay attention to what I just said. If you look back how bad Compass Rose was for 3-4 weeks when it was like searing hot out, I would really like to put some policies in place that we follow where horses like her, we just go easy for that month. You know, you might have to miss a stake or so. Or just race her on the fairs where she only has to race at 70%. You know, really just a training mile with the earplugs in, get you some money, some experience. And those fair wins don't count as wins here. Now, the problem is they do count in Ontario as wins. I found that out. But they don't count in Pennsylvania or Ohio as a win. So we have lots of racing. I just, as we learn and go through this together, you know, I think we will find a way forward that makes sense for us so we know how to deal with the shortcomings of the summer. And there are some. So I couldn't be any more pleased. And not to take anything away from Ailsun. Ailsun's a decent filly. She's a little step behind Spend That Money and Compass Rose. I think everybody knows that. But there's lots of races to race. We could race Ailsun in the condition claimer. She goes for like 22,000 or something at Northfield. That's a great idea, actually. I might do that next week. Put her in where she could really put it on them. She wants to be good too. I came first over. She tried her heart out tonight. Fair and square, beat fair and square by 2 horses. Finished up good. Went back to the barn happy. Be nice if we could beat up on them though. And it's so good, you know. I don't know why, but the Meadows just seems to have a ton of classes for our horses right now. And Northfield, I don't love racing. Compass Rose and them would race for 35% less at Northfield than they would at the Meadows, and they're both geared better for the Meadows. Rooney Blue Chip likes Northfield Park, so he'll fit that class once more, and then we'll make a decision what we're doing with him. This is found money. This is a breath of fresh air breathed into the lungs of Rooney Blue Chip. I don't know where or how he figured out to watch a race on a half-mile track. I don't know whether he's watching replays at night, but he figured it out. I never would have thought he would win a race on a half-mile track the way he trained down, but you just never know. He's winning. He won a race against all odds for various reasons today. I was so happy to see him win, though, for a number of reasons, and just a great day. I would say a good day, right? We had 2 winners. We had 2/3, 2/4, and then again, the only weak problem right now, and it's nobody's fault, I guess, we just have to reevaluate what's going on in Indiana. 7th place finish in a maiden for Fox Valley Britska tonight. That's not going to cut it. I'm going to have to bring Fox Valley Britska back to Ohio. Maybe we'll race him at the Meadows to start. They have a great 2-year-old maiden class. It's the one thing they don't really have at Northfield is a 2-year-old class. They got one here at the Meadows, which I'm at in 5 minutes. They do have one at the Meadows, so Britska's got a lot of racing left in him. I just want to figure out what's going on with him. You know, when horses getting that little bit of a funk, you got to shake that rust out of them. And I haven't talked to Doug yet. Maybe there's a good reason that he was 7th. Maybe he was a little sick. Maybe something was bothering him. I just want to, get to the bottom of what's going on. I know that Italian Grit was sick the other day, so maybe they just haven't acclimated well. I don't know. But I have put in place a plan. A number of things have to fall in place for it to work. We have to have all our horses entered to race so that they're done racing by 3 o'clock, and I will try and be in Indiana for the filly on Tuesday. That's if the filly gets in the 9th or 10th race. So, sounds insane, but it must be done, so it will. So anyway, that's it. A good day today. I am going to get some Z's, get a sleep here at the Meadows. Wake up tomorrow fresh as a daisy. Go to Dunkin' Donuts. And then I am going to qualify one for sure, maybe a few. I'm going to school Sebastian Yu and Johan, make sure they're ready to go for Monday. Sebastian Yu was a lock to go for Monday, but Johan was a tough bill. I didn't really know what to do, but if we're going to bring him down here, race him, and try and sell him, then he needs some experience, he needs some racing, and the Stallion Series is here. It's certainly not ideal conditions, but it's here. So let's see. It's $200 down to him. Hopefully he behaves tomorrow under this new area, and he schools well tomorrow. I don't want to school him hard. This will be the first time we've asked him to come back in short notice, especially since he injured that leg last year. Seems good, seems sharp. We'll see how he is tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. So Sebastian Yu, Johan are schooling. Qualifying one for Tim, training West 52nd, and a couple other ones. As soon as the qualifiers are over, the schoolers are over, getting in my car, I'm driving to get my root canal on my tooth. And then I am in Columbus on Friday night. So, it turned out to be a pretty good day. Had a couple of winners. The only checks we missed, Fox Valley Britska missed a check. And Emerald missed a check. Not a bad day. I will talk to you guys soon. That is your, it seems like you get a report every day now. That is your, today is Wednesday. Wednesday report, your midweek report. I'm not telling you anything tomorrow. You have to figure it out on your own. I'll talk to you guys soon enough, though. Friday we got Columbus, and then we'll see what's going on for the weekend. Take care.